The end of Rock's Dicebacks is drawing near in the hands of Imu-sama. At the very start of Chapter 1163, we see this beautiful aerial shot of Imu standing in front of the Marines. I think this choice of angle by Odai is a metaphor that Imu is the highest of all, higher than the Marines, and even higher than the Gorosei. It was also emphasized in this panel the shadow power of Imu, since aside from the main tentacles of Saturn, we also see even smaller, black-colored tentacles. In the next scene, the compassionate side of Roger was highlighted. He was shown worrying for his comrades and even protecting them through Gaban so they wouldn't die. The counterpart of Roger, Garp, was also shown to have similar traits. It was revealed that even before the God Valley incident happened, Garp already had suspicions that the Celestial Dragons and the world government were evil. He was just a bit shocked at the appearance of, most likely, Saturn, meaning it was his first time seeing that kind of transformation. In the part where the Marines were stopping Garp because he intended to strike Saturn's body, I remembered that scene where Sengoku was also stopping Garp during the Marineford War. Now that we have context, that Garp actually knew exactly who or what he was attacking, we can appreciate his character even more, because although technically he was an ally of, let's say, Saturn, since Saturn is a member of the world government and Garp was under it, Garp didn't care. As long as he knew Saturn was a threat, he didn't hesitate at all and attacked him. In the next scene, this is finally the reunion of Sebek and Imu. I just want to highlight what Sebek mentioned regarding the promise he made to Imu-sama. This is a reference to Chapter 1155, where Sebek told Imu to just wait, because one day he would surely come back for him. From this statement, we can start to wonder, could it be that what Sebek meant wasn't literal, but rather metaphorical? Because if you notice, the first thing Imu said when he saw Sebek was to address him by the name Davy Jones. Could it be that 800 years ago, during the Void Century, Imu already faced Davy Jones himself? And before Davy Jones died, he gave his word that he would return to Imu one day? Could it be that what came back to Imu's memory through Sebek's words was the same promise Davy Jones made to him 800 years ago? And this, "I'll be back," or that promise, could it be that it will be fulfilled not by Sebek himself, but by his descendant, and by Davy Jones's descendant, Blackbeard? Could we possibly see Blackbeard and Imu-sama face each other in the future? Anyway, another hot topic in this chapter is the scene revealing the devil fruits of Captain John and Gunswee. It turns out that Captain John's devil fruit is the magnet fruit, while Gunswee's is the Bam Bam fruit. As stated in SBS Volume 49, Captain John was killed by his own pirate crew. Why? Because he hid the treasures from them, if you notice. Oda's description fits perfectly with what Gunswee did to Captain John. He attacked him because of his selfishness over the treasure. Now, if Captain John really died here in God Valley itself, that means Gecko Moria knows exactly where the island of God Valley is now, because as we all know in the current timeline, that island is said to have disappeared. Later on, we see that Shiki was surprised by Gunswee's actions, and when he heard Gunswee's reason, Shiki gave him a very cold look. Could it be that in that moment, Shiki also killed Gunswee? Because if yes, then everything would match up. It would align with the fact that both Captain John and Gunswee later appeared as zombies of Gecko Moria, meaning Moria found them both and turned them into zombies. It would also fit with what Sengoku said, that the Rock's pirates were constantly killing each other. Speaking of killing, that's exactly the intention of the 6 strongest characters in One Piece during their era, to kill Imu-sama. They all attacked Imu using their respective special attacks. Let me just remind you guys, these 6 characters are all confirmed to be capable of using Conqueror's Haki, meaning their attacks all contained Conqueror's Haki. But still, it seemed useless against Imu. He recovered quickly and regenerated. Here we realize just how high Joy Boy's level of power really was. Because imagine, these 6 powerful beings couldn't even shake Imu-sama. Meanwhile, Joy Boy, who merely wrapped his Haki in a rope, made Imu-sama almost tremble in fear, meaning it's this level of power that Joy Boy had, the kind of strength our main character, Luffy, will try to achieve. This is the level he must reach in order to defeat Imu-sama. So, how will Imu be defeated? I think that just 6 of the strongest won't be enough. Possibly similar to the mural we saw in Elbaf, where almost all races of the world united together. That could be the answer to defeating Imu. And for that to happen, Luffy, the modern Joy Boy, must unite everyone. He must try to unite all the people of the world to defeat the world government and Imu-sama. And lastly, we saw Dragon running toward the Marine's ship when he suddenly let go of Baby Shanks. It's funny because this was the second time it happened. The first time was when he was attacked by one of the Holy Knights, but he managed to retrieve one of the twins. This time, though, Baby Shanks completely slipped from his hands. It was shown that Baby Shanks crawled by himself toward a treasure chest, which we all know means he was safe there. This scene officially marks the end of Dragon's mission. He successfully saved Shanks. If we think about it, the 2 people Dragon saved at God Valley, Shanks and Kuma, would later repay that act by saving Dragon's own son, Luffy. Shanks literally at the start of the story, and Kuma during the Sabaody Archipelago arc. Anyway, that's our analysis for the latest manga chapter 1163. I've been reading your comments, and one of the most common topics is about Emu's Domi reverse. How does it actually work? And what are the conditions for this ability to be triggered? We'll answer those questions in our next video, so stay tuned to our channel. So that's it. Peace.